Welcome to Washington Unplugged. Bob Schieffer here. Democratic Senate leaders and the Obama administration believe they are within one vote of getting the 60 votes they need to pass health care legislation. And the Senate is in round-the-clock session, literally, trying to get it and other legislative business done before Christmas. We're going to get the latest on that from senior Republican Senator Orrin Hatch, but we're also going to talk today with Senator Hatch, who happens to be a Mormon, about a Hanukkah song that he's written. And finally today, while most professional baseball players spend their season off relaxing and rejuicing, one Pittsburgh Pirate is headed here to Washington to do an internship, Fernando Suarez. We'll have that story. But first, from the Senate Russell Building on Capitol Hill, Senator Orrin Hatch. Senator, thank you very much. And I know you were up at 1 o'clock this morning to cast a vote. Senate's going around the clock here. What's going on? What's happening here?
Well, you know, they don't even know. I mean, most of the senators on the Democrat side haven't even seen a bill. They haven't seen what's called the management package. They don't, as far as I know, have a score for what they're doing. It seems to change almost every day in one way or another. And frankly, you know, you're talking about a bill that's going to add another $2.5 trillion over the next really 10 years. Of real life. You got to deduct the first 4 years because they do that so they can make it look like it's only $1 trillion, when in fact it's really $2.5 trillion, headed towards $5 trillion over the next 20 years or so. So, I
wouldn't argue with your point, Senator, that Democrats don't know what's in this bill. But I mean, in fact, I would guess that the Republicans, who are all against it, they're not sure what's in it either.
Oh, we're pretty sure what's in it. We know what's in it. We know there's $500 billion, almost $500 billion taken out of Medicare. And that's just in this first 10 years, with 4 years not really active. In the first real 10 years, it's a little over $2 trillion taken out of Medicare. That's at a time when Medicare is $38 trillion in unfunded liability. Now, why would they do that? And they're going to take that money so they can put it into another entitlement program that'll be broke right from the start. These people just seem to have no concept at all about what they're doing to the taxpayers.
At this point, just be an umpire here. Do you think this is actually going to come to a vote before Christmas, Senator Hatch?
Well, they might be able to do that. It'll be day-night stuff here, but we're dedicated to stopping this bill. You know, I would like to work with the Democrats. We have, what do we have? We had the Help Committee bill in the Senate, total Democrat bill, no Republican even asked to participate. The Pelosi bill in the House, total Democrat bill, no Republican asked to participate. Then you got the Reid bill, and even the Democrats haven't been asked to participate except for one or two of them. And each of those were formulated with the White House. I'd like to see them stop, start over, do it step by step. There are a lot of things we can agree on. And look, I think I'm in a position to talk about it because a lot of the health care bills that work around here have my name on them.
At this point, Senator, do you think there is any Republican who would be willing to vote for this? There's been some talk, of course, that Senator Snowe might, in the end, vote for this bill.
Bob, I really don't think so.
You don't?
I don't think any Republican will vote for it. First of all, we all know it's costing an arm and a leg. We know that it has these unconstitutional mandates in there. If the government can tell you what you got to buy, even if you don't want to buy it, and then penalize you if you don't buy it, then we have no liberties at all. In other words, Congress can do whatever they want to for you. And that's just one aspect, one unconstitutional aspect of this bill.
Well, we certainly know where you're coming from on this, Senator. There's no question about that. But I want to talk about something else. What a lot of people may not know is that you are an accomplished songwriter. You've written numerous songs. They've been put in CDs. They've been sung by various people. But now, Orrin Hatch, Mormon, member of the United States Senate, you have actually written a Hanukkah song. And I want to talk to you about why and how that came about. But first, let's just watch a little snippet of it here.
8 days of Hanukkah. Come, let's celebrate. 8 days of Hanukkah. Let's celebrate tonight. Hey, 8 days of Hanukkah. Come, let's celebrate. Come, let's celebrate tonight. People led the way through the darkest night. They prayed, seeking religious freedom, did more than just survive. They defeated a mighty empire, free to believe.
So there you have it. First, Senator, who is the group who's doing the singing, and how did you come to write this?
Well, you're a songwriter too, and you really do understand these things. But, well, the group, it was a Jewish group called Tablet. And really what happened was a fellow named Jeff Goldberg, who writes for the Atlantic Monthly, a really wonderful journalist, he came to visit me one day, and I played some of my music for him, and then he said, why don't you write a Hanukkah song? That was back in 1999. And I said I would, but then I let it slip. I kept it in my mind all those years, but last year about this time, he wrote a blog saying, I asked Senator Hatch to write a Hanukkah song, I hope he does. So I sat down and wrote it, sent him the lyrics, he was thrilled with them. Then I got my Jewish co-writer, Madeline Stone, out of New York and Nashville, and she and I worked on both the words and the music, and we came up with this song, and of course, it's been really wonderful. In fact, it's really interesting to me. It showed up on the charts between the Black Eyed Peas and Lady Gaga. So I finally made it, I guess, as a songwriter.
Right there with Lady Gaga.
Yeah, right.
Senator, I have new respect, and I see you in an entirely different way now. Well, it's just a fine song, and I wish you well, and I hope you can get a little sleep before Christmas here, but I'm not sure you're going to the way the Senate's going.
Well, I'm not
days.
either, but I wrote that song as my gift to the Jewish people, because I have very strong feelings about Israel, about the Jewish people. I'm a very strong supporter, and all the travail and problems that they've been through. Of course, I like the moderate Arabs too, who are for peace over in the Middle East. But it's been fun to write, and I've been absolutely amazed at the acclaim. We've had letters and emails from Israel, from all over the world. They're singing in synagogues, and it just tickles me to death.
Well, that is great. Well, all the best to you in the holiday season,
you too,
here,
Bob.
Senator. Thank you very much.
Merry Christmas to you and Happy Hanukkah.
Absolutely.
Okay.
After a long season, most professional athletes are ready for the off season, taking time to relax, spend time with a family, work out. But one major league pitcher threw a curveball when he decided he'd rather take a job as an intern in the nation's capital. Our man Fernando Suarez caught up with Pittsburgh Pirates pitcher Ross Ohlendorf on his unusual job.
And the windup by Ohlendorf, and the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike three, got him.
It was another long season for the Pittsburgh Pirates, and like most teams, players were ready to hang up their cleats and uniforms for golf clubs and polo shirts.
Oh, he got him!
Not Ross Ohlendorf, who instead traded his glove and cap for a business suit and briefcase.
Yeah, no, a few of them gave me a hard time, but I think that they are all going to be interested in hearing about some of the things I got to do.
Ohlendorf came to Washington just 8 days after getting off the mound, ready to start an internship at the Department of Agriculture, where he would spend most of his 10-week session conducting research inside this small shared office.
Well, I sent my resume in and also told them what I was interested in.
His interest in agriculture came at a young age. He grew up working most summers on the family ranch in Austin, Texas.
The last couple of years I've spent it mostly in Austin, working out and helping my dad with our cattle and maybe golfing some, even though I'm not that good, but still working on it.
Golf may be one of the few things Ohlendorf isn't good at. Aside from throwing fastballs, he's naturally studious, graduating with honors from Princeton University, even scoring a 15.20 on his SATs. Taking on a policy internship seemed like a natural fit.
It was a great chance to learn more about agriculture, great chance to see how the government works, to an extent to get some familiarity with it.
Despite his solid credentials, Ohlendorf says luck played a role in helping him land his job. It was a chance encounter with the head of the department, who happens to be a Pittsburgh native.
And Secretary Vilsack threw out first pitch in Pittsburgh. I caught him, talked to him briefly there. A few weeks later, I decided that I would want to do something here this off season, and the agriculture department would be a great place for me to work.
Ohlendorf was quick to silence critics who said taking time away from training during the off season would hurt his game.
The baseball part is the #1 priority, but I still have plenty of time to help out here. So I don't feel like I've had to sacrifice anything with baseball.
But taking on the new job did mean added responsibilities for the starting pitcher, who had to spend most of his free time in Washington training for the upcoming season. Despite the added stress of working 2 jobs, Ohlendorf says he has no regrets.
Having the opportunity to have more of a job that most people have, or that I would have if I wasn't playing, gives me a better appreciation for how well I do have it as a baseball player. But at the same time, I've enjoyed being here, but I am looking forward to the season too.
3-2 pitch, nice backhand, no chance, no chance!
Fernando Suarez, CBS News, Washington.
And that's it for Washington Unplugged this week. Make sure you watch us on TV. Sunday, we'll be interviewing Senators Mary Landrieu, Lamar Alexander, and Olympia Snowe on Face the Nation. Bob Schieffer here. Have a great weekend.